Hello again, you, and welcome to Vanilla Railworld for Beginners in Factorio version 0.17. This is episode 26, and the one where we're going to build a coal outpost. Let's drive out there and start working on that right now. We're going to build a coal outpost because the coal is probably the next thing to be depleted, and I'd like to just go ahead and already have that set up, if at all possible. You know what? I didn't grab enough yellow belts and stuff. Of course I didn't. If you remember the end of the last episode, I started to grab the things that I needed for this little excursion, and I still managed to fail. Anyway, I am Satchmo, and I appreciate you being here, taking the time to hang out with me. Yeah, it means a ton. That's over 1,000. A bunch of those and a bunch of I don't need any of those really, but I need some more of those. Chests and inserters too. The inserters are fine. Chests. I need to just blueprint. Well, I can't really. Anyway, yeah, no, appreciate you taking the time. I was just thinking of myself. Appreciate taking the time to hang out with me. And, yeah, and being here. It helps me out a ton if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Name these lakes. I've been asking people to name these lakes in a couple of last episodes. I do record these in a batch, so to be fair, I haven't really given people a ton of opportunity to actually name them. So if it sounds like I'm desperate, it's just me making sure that I ask every episode. So that way, when these go out, I will have already done that. But anyway, this is the big, beautiful coal patch that we're going to be tapping today. 19 million. This will very likely get us through the rest of the game. I can't imagine using 19 million coal for the rest of the game, especially after I've already gone solar. So I can't imagine. There is a process called coal liquefaction, and do I have that? Let me look it up real quick while I'm talking about it. Here it is right here. I'm sorry, liquefaction. I just realized I said liquefaction. Coal liquefaction. That's pretty funny. A process technique to turn coal into oil products with the use of steam and heavy oil. So, yeah, it takes 5 seconds, 10 coal, heavy oil, and steam. Like a bunch of stuff that I don't want any of, honestly. And the products are petroleum, more heavy oil, and or some heavy oil. And, no, it's more, I'm sorry. Input's 25 and output's 90. More heavy oil and light oil. So this is not a process I'm interested in at all. Yeah, I don't see the benefit. It's going to burn more coal, and it's going to consume more coal, and it's going to make even more, what'd you call it? More heavy oil, which I don't care for. Now, I do see the point. Before, like, to be clear, I'm aware of why this is a thing that people do. It's essentially to replace crude oil, because oil outposts are few and far between sometimes, and sometimes you don't get lucky with how much are actually in the individual the patches that you get. I was pretty lucky with a pretty sizable patch to my east, to my south. Well, actually, it's like to my south right now. I was pretty lucky with a decently sized patch right here, and I want to say there's one over here too. Yeah, here it is, 66, and there's another one down here somewhere. There it is, 3570. So I've got some oil. It's a bit of a drive, but I've got some oil, and I have 19 million coal right here. So yeah, I do see the point of like, okay, well, I'll just turn in this into petroleum as opposed to having to drive way out here to grab that stuff. I do get the point. I just don't really care for the process. I don't want to do it. So that's all I want to say about that. Let's go ahead and get these flashes out of the way, especially because I need to be consuming as much resources as I can. So we're just going to go in order. I don't see any reason why not. I don't really need anything in particular. Okay, so the first one up here is going to be Production Science Pack. This is going to unlock the technology that allows us to do production science, which will probably be our next science that we start working on. However, it starts to get really complicated from here on out. Rails are not too bad. Productivity modules aren't too bad. And well, really, none of those 3 ingredients are too bad. But it does consume a lot of them, and it takes a pretty big base to actually build. So we will be working on this before too long, though. Okay, next to that, worker robot cargo size 1. So it gives they can carry more items whenever we get to those. Uranium processing, fantastic, very cool. I've been mentioning, yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll do some uranium, maybe we won't. Well, to be fair, maybe we'll do nuclear, maybe we won't. I'll probably do uranium either way. In fact, I will. Let's just go ahead and say that. I will do uranium. There are other things besides just nuclear power that uses uranium. So, like atomic bombs, for instance. So I will be doing uranium processing. So let's get that going. The 3 processes here is the centrifuge, which actually processes the uranium. The uranium processing itself, the technology itself, and uranium fuel cell, which is a way to power your trains and your cars and whatever else. So, all right, advanced electronics 2. This gives us processing units, or otherwise known as blue chips, blue circuits. This is the 3rd tier of circuit. So it takes the previous 2 tiers, green and red, and some sulfuric acid to make the even better circuits. Those take forever to build. Low density structures. This is going to be important for several things, but mostly to actually build the rocket. This is going to be our first ingredient in the actual rocket that the game is based on. So we are finally at least researching the technology to do that. Then we have more mining productivity, which we talked about before. And after that, we start getting into stuff that needs purple science. So, nope, not true. We have some other stuff that's going to unlock after that, but we'll deal with those when they come. Neato, move on. Let's keep tapping this. Well, a little too close. I tend to play really zoomed out when I play. You know, I tend to play like way back here. And I've kind of thought to myself, like, as I was playing this, like, I don't know, do people like that? Do people want to see, like, the character a little bit more clearly? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I can... Well, I don't want to... If I turn one of these rows around, I've got to turn all the rows around, so... but I'm realizing I probably should have faced these inward, and then that would reverse the orientation of all these other ones, but it'll be okay. Let's go ahead and belt all of this. In fact, I'm actually thinking it'll be better that I did it that way. Yeah, I think it will be better. It'll clear up these edges, which don't have a whole ton of coal. And I'll be able to come and trim, I'll be able to trim the patch a little bit. And the second row, just double facing row, will last longer. I don't know, we'll see. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Let's go put all these belts up. And then I'll build a balancer to balance all the output. And then I'll build the train to come out here and grab it. Here's the problem. The rub is this. Build this and look at it. I really need to get this stuff out of the way so I can move this stuff up, so I can put the resource interchange here, so I can put the resource board here. I'm really not going to run the coal train out here to grab it, because then I'd have to... See, like, this is temporary. This copper depot drop off is like just coming into the base. It's just so I can bring the copper from here into here, smelt it, and ship it. If I come out here with the train and grab this coal, then I have to do the same thing. I've got to find a way to bring it into the base. Well, you know, really, I could do like a direct train, honestly. Like just like straight from here to here. But no, I don't want to do that. I want to do everything kind of the proper way. So I will be building a train, but it probably won't go anywhere for a while. It'll probably just it'll just be there. But I want to go ahead and tap this, so that way when I'm ready to turn it on, all I have to do is flip the switch, and we'd be ready to go. So let's go ahead and drag power, which is conveniently located right here. Just drag that out. There we go. And then I'll start working on medium electric poles. I like to start at the one of the extremes, like this. These rows right here have the mode, like they come out the furthest. And then I've done this several times, but I haven't explained it. And then I bring the pole in to where it just catches these outer ones. So you can see I pull it into that point. And then that sets me up for the rest, like the spacing for the rest of the patch. And that's just how I do it. And then all you have to do is come out here. And if you get your lines right, you can do 2 at a time. Like that, 1, 2. Come out here, 1, 2. 1, wrong, 1, 2. You get the idea. You're useless. And then, oh, those are already done. So then come over here and do the same thing. Right there, 1, 2. 1, 2. These guys are kind of hard to see. I've mentioned that every single time, but with all the flashing and everything, it's just kind of difficult to see. And I've also said this about 90 times. When I get bots, everything will be so much better. Let's go in there. But, you know, also bots, I'm not going to say they're cheaty. Like, they're definitely not cheaty. Like, it's a part of the game. It's a really, really pretty cool part of the game, too. It adds a whole, a unique challenge to the game as well. But while they're not cheaty, they are, like, they do make things so much easier that you also, you know, you kind of wonder, like, is it better this way, or should you be doing it? I don't know. Maybe that's not true. It does make things a lot easier, but you really got to work for it too. So I guess at the end of the day, it all kind of flushes out. Okay, merge those to make full lanes. And what am I looking at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're looking for an 8 to 6. 6 because that's how many cargo wagons come in a train. Look at the blueprint book. Open up the base book. Roll the long way around to 8 to 6. There we go. And I kind of want it middle of the patch-ish. I think that'll be long enough. Of course, I overdrew it, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's fine. I can just do this. Nope. Of course I was going to mess that up. And last. Did all that work? Yes, it did. And I've done it. I've done it again. And pull you out, pull you this way. You that way. That way. That way. Okay. Do you need to be there? Yeah, you kind of do. It's fine. I'll drag these down. I'm trying to make it, you know, somewhat attractive, as always. come down, you come down, you come down. Huh. Just a little clumsy. It's okay. Did I miss something? Why aren't these lining up properly? Well, what do you guys see that I don't see here? What's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 will be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one of those wait till you see it moments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where is it? I know you guys see it and I don't. I'm sure of it, but nothing I can do about it. Is it this? No. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well, I guess I gotta just retrace it. Now what was there? 2 from there. 3. Aha, there it is right there. Yep. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Rotate that way. 4, 5, 6. There it is. Jeez. I couldn't see it. I looked over and over and over for it. Couldn't find it. There we go. Okay. Now they're all funneling in. And I'm going to stop them shy of the balancer here. Because it's harder. It's kind of harder to see what you're doing when there's all the ore rushing around. And to that end, I'll build it backwards too. As always, I gotta focus on this just a little bit. A lot of clicking. Down. That looks right to me. I will test it momentarily. 8 to 6. Stack it on top. There we go. Yeah, everything's blue, so that's perfect. Okay. Oof. What a journey. Okay. Now, I can get my train set up. I need a good little bit of space. Yeah, much space is... Play it safe and just do a little bit more. In fact, I'll do whatever's clear of this. Give him plenty of room to turn around. Not enough room to turn around. Not enough room to turn around. Yet again. That's fine. And we build the train. Alright, now I like to, like I've done before, I like to get the station set up and then actually put the trains down so I can make sure that everything is lined up how I want. So let's put him down and then 2 locomotives and the 6 cargo wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this new technique that I discovered a couple episodes of just running down the entire row and just deleting the gaps. I find that to be a little bit easier than than just skipping the gaps myself. In fact, I could do the same thing with the steel chests as well. There, and then clip, 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 the ones that are in between the trains. It's a pretty fast way to do it, I think. And then you can grab these and then just run, and they'll plug in where they go. Oh, someone's home. Cool, there we go. And everything is powered as well, because they hooked up right there. So that's convenient. And then now we... Ooh, 238. I wonder if I have enough belts. 1, 3 up, 3 down. Okay, and then plug them all in. Let's start with the middle one. We'll come up and grab these. Come and grab these, plug these in. I'll just leave them floating instead of like snaking them. I think it should be fine the way it is. And in fact, I kind of think it looks a little bit better that way anyway. There we go. I've kind of made the mistake. I didn't want this to be the coal train. I wanted the one that was in the fueling station to be the coal train. Not that it really matters, but I already had one set up and full of fuel. So I kind of wanted that. Alas, it did not happen. Because I don't know. Oh, because I have it powered, that's why. Here we go. And fill that up. Cool, now all I have to do is connect him kind of to the main system. And I'm not going to send him anywhere, he'll just be sitting here full of coal until we are ready for him. But it'll be something that is taken care of, and that will be nice. So, I'm going to walk. I think it'd be better that I walk. And not shoot your own train tracks. There. Looks like it'll pass the cliffs. Yes. And I'm also going to grab this and bring it so I don't have to make 2 trips. I'll just come out here one time. And hopefully I can do this the right way. Put them here. Where are you going? You can go down a little further. Find my spacing. 1, 2 train widths, so he needs to connect there. Excuse me. Go away. There we go. Alright. And then both of these can just go straight south. Is that right? It looks more narrow. Ah. They're different when they're diagonal. Yeah, it's a little bit different diagonal. That's fine. Now I'll just shoot the trees as I go. I don't mind him taking a little trip through the forest. I think it's kind of cool looking, actually. So we'll do exactly that. Come up here and grab him before I go too far. Do the same thing. Shoot the rock too. I mentioned this before, I wish there were more you could do with the trees in this game. I know so many people hate the trees, but I really don't. I mean, they're annoying, like, now, obviously. But, on the whole, they don't bother me so much. And then I'll take you kind of out into the clearing here. Alright, and where are you going? About that distance, I think. That looks to be 2 spaces. Okay, keep going. little bit more and then turn in. There. That's fine. And then I'll rush you down. And then I'll connect this up and make a little interchange out of it. Not a proper 4-way intersection because I don't think this area of the base needs to be like fully have like full infrastructure. Alright, is that 2 spaces? 1, 2, yes it is. Same thing. We'll run that down there. And then now you are connected, or will be momentarily, there. And you are connected there. Make sure not to stand in the railroad tracks because I will get creamed here in a minute. Alright. Actually, I won't because there's no path for that train to go down at the time being. For the time being. Rip this up and make this a square intersection, which are easier to signal, and they look nicer. Okay, and I actually got that one right. Unbelievable. Okay. Yeah, this is enough for now. So let's follow our rule. Chain signal going into an intersection. We're just going to go right here. Chain signal going into an intersection. Rail signal going out. Okay. Going this way. Chain signal going into the intersection. Going into the intersection. Rail signal going out. Right? What if a train's coming from east? Right? Let's see. Chain going in. He goes straight. Train going in. Train going in. Rail going out. And if he takes a left, train going in, rail going out. If somebody comes from the north, train going in, going down, rail coming out. And that is the only way that he can go. Beautiful. You'll notice that, so the path to the right is clear, which is good. And the path straight is blocked, which is good because there is a train sitting up there. So we are 28 minutes in the episode. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go signal. That. Something we need to think about, and I haven't done yet because I just don't have. I have like 2 trains total now, 3. And this guy isn't even operating. Is that I have long stretches of railroad track that don't have any signals. Like this one, for instance. So when I pull up a signal, you'll see that there's all of this yellow, which normally isn't a big deal. But that means that if a train, maybe I should have mentioned this in my other video. Let's just say, I'll go down here where it's more straight. No, I won't because there's no radar coverage. Okay. This is all one block. All of this from here to here is one block, this whole loop. So if there's a train anywhere in this block, another train will not enter. Okay? But realistically, like it's just not going to collide until it comes over here. So you should chop this up into smaller blocks so that trains can come a little further down and huddle the space. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put a rail signal, boop, right there. So now he's red, of course, because right in front of him is a train. But down here, it's no longer red. Now it's green. A train can enter this intersection. He can come all the way up over here. He just has to stop right here before he collides. So I'm kind of just going to chop it into smaller pieces. That's all I'm going to do there. Likewise, I'm going to put in another stop here. I'm going to put another one here. At this point, it kind of doesn't matter so much, but let's just think about it. If he doesn't have where he wants to go clear, but he has a train behind him waiting to fill up on coal. Now, because this signal is here, he can pull forward and park right here, and then the train that was behind him will pull up and get fueled. So instead of having a train that is fueled just waiting where he is, he can go somewhere else briefly while waiting for the other one to get fueled. Okay. And this same concept is going to go for the rest of the track. I'm going to put signals every couple of train lengths. And so that means that the train doesn't have to go as far before stopping, or before the train behind him is allowed to come through. This can all be one block. So yeah, by separating the blocks into smaller pieces, you're increasing your throughput. Let me grab the car for the rest of this. Oh no, I think I left my car up north, didn't I? Oh, okay. Alright, well, then that is it for this episode. I won't worry about doing that for now. I'll do it some other time. Or maybe I'll do it in between episodes, I don't know. But now we have a fully tapped coal patch with 18 million. Is that right? 19 million. More fossils have turned to coal just since I've been playing. I got my car, drive up there. There we go. Boom. Gigantic coal patch. There we go. That's this episode. This train is going to sit here and just patiently wait for a day whenever I fill in the rest of the railroad tracks, and he can zoom off to the interchange and or the exchange or whatever and dump all this coal off. So yeah, at a moment's notice, I have a ton of coal waiting to go. In fact, the train right now has, well, he has 12 grand. So that's a ton. Out of curiosity, how much is left in this entire patch right now? Stop it. Let me just delete this because it gets in the way. 61k. So, yeah, this guy has a quarter of that entire patch in him already. So, there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you being here. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and name these lakes for me. And other than that, I will see you on the next episode. Thanks so much, guys.